Hello, everyone. Today is the third installment of the MassAutomation news flashes. So to remind you quickly what it is, the idea is that every couple of weeks, we're going to give you an update on this project. And the project is about using this very unique feature that Massa has, which are autonomous smart contracts, to build a true automation solution on Massa and from Massa. So the idea is that Masai currently has this feature that's very unique that allows smart contracts to operate by themselves without being called from the outside. And we're going to try to improve that feature, improve the tooling around it, build products around it, and try to push as much adoption as we can from this very unique feature that we have. Sorry, I think I closed my share. Okay, here we go. So remember, we have these 4 big milestones in this project. So in the first milestone, the idea was to enhance the existing autonomous smart contracts by adding, let's say, a complementary version of autonomous smart contracts that have guaranteed execution. So once you reserve a slot to be executed in the future, you will be executed in the future with 100% certainty. That's very different from traditional transactions in blockchains, and also from the current implementation of the smart contracts in Massa, the autonomous smart contract in Massa, because they both operate similarly. So basically, you emit a transaction, and you don't know exactly when it's going to be included. You have an idea of the range, and it's currently the same for the autonomous smart contracts in Massa. So we have this extension being built currently about guaranteed execution to make sure that smart contracts, once reserved, will be executed, even in the future. So we have a whole future gas prediction system. And so that's for these ISCs. It's been implemented. So it's been a lot of work. It's been implemented. It's currently in the review phase. So the phases of the steps of this part are first implementation, then review internally to make sure that the code is fine, that everything is okay. And once it's reviewed, it's going to be published as a beta version in the BuildNet. So builders can already start playing with it, building with it. And finally, when everything is ready and the builders are ready and the system is for sure safe and functional, we are going to publish it on the mainnet. So this is all planned within this milestone 1 here. Remember, last week, I mentioned also that there's work being done on enhancing the tooling and work being done on showcasing the current version of the autonomous smart contracts through a community payments app. So we decided to slightly prioritize the tooling over the app. We made progress on both, but we put a lot of work on the tooling. Why? Because we want to prioritize bringing developers to Massa, and also we want to make sure that the terrain is clear so that we can build on top of it. We can build support for the new version of the autonomous smart contracts that are coming very soon. So I'll show you just after the details. But the idea is that we enhance the tooling, the documentation, and we made progress on this autonomous payments app that's going to be published a bit later in the end because we put more effort on the tooling. Then will come the milestone 2, where the idea would be to turn these features and these community projects into true products with a true marketing strategy around it. Then milestone 3, where there's going to be a full proof of concept of this product. We're going to work with the community to define standards. We're going to have all the partners also implement all their autonomous trading strategies, for example, DUSA. So everything will be there at milestone 3. And finally, milestone 4, the idea is to go further and see if we can create a whole grant ecosystem, workshops around autonomy, and also think of EVM compatibility so that Massa can become a hub for automation where you can just migrate your existing projects and automate them. And also cross-chain communication would allow Massa to become basically an automation hub that can automate other projects. So that's the general long-term view, and we are still building it, and we are on time compared to what we said before. So the first big thing that changed here is the tooling. We released a new version of the Massa Web3 wallet provider. So a lot of the tooling has massively changed. We have updated all the documentation, all the examples. So it should be way more accessible to developers. It should be way easier to handle Massa, to become a new developer on Massa now, thanks to this. And here's the little example where you have an ERC20 basically example before and after the update. As you can see, things have been massively simplified, which should attract more developers, or at least remove barriers, which will multiply the effectiveness of all our future outreach campaigns, because it will be less hard to handle Massa for developers. Of course, just before we go forward, this has been published. It's still in beta, so try it out, play with it, and give us your feedback. Tell us if it's okay, if you see any bugs. We are listening, and also if you have any ideas on how things can be improved, feel free to tell us. Then comes this D app that we call Sintra, that would be kind of showcasing ASCs. The idea is that it's a payments app where you can tip someone, or you can send money to someone on a regular basis, autonomously. So currently, if you don't know, in existing blockchain, it's impossible to just send coins to someone on a regular basis without resorting to external services, or without having the beneficiary of these coins have to come and claim it themselves. So here we allow, with the app, anyone to send a given amount of coins, and define the interval at which the coins are sent, top up the balance of the sender. So that's the balance of the sender being topped up. When the transaction is final, then you can create a schedule, register it, and from there on, the system will send the transactions on a regular basis. So for example, here is a schedule for this target address, and whenever there's here, for example, one transfer appeared, it's going to happen by itself without any external services. Basically, it's going to, here, another one appeared. Basically, you can, with this, send tips or salaries or anything on a regular basis without having any external services intervene. And this is quite powerful. So this is still not public. We're going to publish it very soon, but it's already working. So we are polishing it. And we're going to communicate with you as soon as we have the final version. And on the last word, if you are a TypeScript developer, or plus a Go developer, and when you have Web3 experience, please contact us at info.massa.net. We are recruiting right now. We are growing our automation team. The goal is that you would work mainly with automating smart contracts, creating these new kind of D apps that use very unique features that Massa provides. So feel free to contact us at info.massa.net. Well, thank you so much for your attention. And if you have any questions, it's the moment. And if not, it's fine as well. I hope this was very clear. Feel free to contact us in the community anytime. Feel free to talk to our teams. They are wandering around the community, so you should be able to talk to them there. And yeah, feel free to try out this new tooling, especially the builders. It's a big deal, and it's going to change a lot the way we approach Massa. So thank you so much.